Hey guys, Stephen Moore here, MDS Motorsports. Just wanted to do a little video today for you guys on roll cages. Been doing roll cages for about 15 years. Always wanted to do a video, but I never made time. So today's the lucky day. We had a car come in, this nice little Chevy 2 right here for a 6-point. So it's a street car, but he wanted a nice cage, and I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to do a video for you guys. So custom bent 6-point roll cage. He wanted the swing outdoor bar option. Really nice car, really clean car. This is a keeper. He had mentioned that this one will be in his family for basically ever, so he didn't want a junk cage. We started doing, like I said, about 15 years ago, we started doing cages, and I've done competition engineering cages. I've done Wolf Racecraft cages, Racecraft Inc., a lot of different S&W. They make some decent stuff. Done a lot of different cage kits. We no longer install cage kits. If somebody wants a roll cage and they call us and they say they've got a kit, we don't do it. And it doesn't really matter what manufacturer it is, even though there are some very good kits on the market, especially for the popular chassis like the Fox Body. You can get some really nice cages out there that will make 99.9% of the population happy. The issues that we've run into is there's just always something left on the table. There's always a little bit more room that can be had, especially if you've got a bigger driver. So none of the cages that we've done made me 100% happy with the bends and the fitment. I don't know if there's a perfect cage. I think there's always they can always be better. There's always a slight modification that could have been made, that could have been tweaked. So I just don't feel like I've ever built the perfect cage, or any other cage is a perfect cage. I just feel like there's always, it can always be better. You're always striving to be better. You're always striving to build the better cage, the better weld, the better process. So that being said, if you've got a popular chassis, if you've got one on the market that the aftermarket supports, a car that the aftermarket supports, like the Fox Body, G Body, Camaro, you can get a really nice cage that will meet all your needs. The problem with the cage kits is that it makes everyone think that they're a welder. They can go down to, Harbor Freight, buy them a TIG machine or a MIG or whatever, and then, lay a couple beads and they're an expert welder. This is not the case, guys. We only do cages for guys that are worried about their safety or have a really nice car, so the cage means something. It will be in the car for a really long time, and they want top-notch work. That being said, we do not MIG weld cages. We can MIG weld cages, but we just choose not to. The TIG process is just far superior, and we've been doing it for a very long time, and we do all our own destructive testing on cages, so we know that the weld is the best quality that you can get. So guys, there's a lot of options out there. What we've found is the average customer doesn't typically want to spend a lot of money on their safety. We don't want to do work for those guys. If they don't care about their own safety, they're not going to care about us, or us making a living or feeding our kids. So that being said, we don't do a ton of roll cages anymore, because we want the right customer, and in turn, they want the right person doing their work. So like I said, this is a street car that we did. Nothing ultra fancy, just a real nice, clean, tight, well-fitting cage, all bent in-house, all welded in-house. I'll just, turn it around and give you guys a You can see the fitment. Let me grab a flashlight. We'll get a little bit better view. So you can see the fitment, how tight it is. Just tight enough to where you can still get your panels in. This customer opted for the swing out door bar kit. It is a street car, so it's a nice car. Here, I'll open up the door, give you guys this is the kit that we use. We'll actually be offering this kit, this swing out door bar kit. These nice solid billet clevis pieces will be turning on our CNC lathe and offering those for guys that are good welders and want to do their own cage. So that was just a quick rundown. And then back here in the trunk, we brought it down and came down to the frame. This customer has the TCI kit. So the plate sandwiches the frame, and then there's another plate underneath that is part of the TCI suspension kit. So we also did the Detroit Speed mini tubs on this car. And you can see, I mean, that's an awesome product. It's hard to beat. You can get I think the biggest you can get on a Chevy 2 is a 295 tire after the Detroit Speed kit. Most guys run a 275, but there it is, guys. Just wanted to take an opportunity to talk about roll cages, and if you guys have any questions, swing by the shop or message me. We can talk about cages. You can come by here and check out our GTR that's got a fully removable chrome ollie cage in it, and ask us some questions, or talk about other cage kits that are on the market. Like I said, if you've got a Mustang, if you've got a Fox body and you want a roll cage, there's some killer stuff on the market. Just find someone who's competent that can weld it in for you. It is not worth risking your life thinking that you are a welder because you've been welding for a year or two, and that makes you an expert. Find someone who is willing to weld your cage in, who is certified, who's qualified, and be safe. We got to be here for our families. So take care, guys, and I'll see you soon.